Hi dear viewers, hello and welcome to a new episode of our program Inside Egypt, during which we're going to bring you the latest political, economic and also social events that are taking place in Egypt. Please stay tuned. Prime Minister Sharif Ismail said that the economic reform program is not just measures aimed at supporting state economy, but rather a scheme aimed at improving the people's living standards. He was speaking in remarks during a three-day economic conference arranged by Akhbar Al-Yom newspapers. The details in the following report.
Sharif Ismail said the country's economic reform program is not merely aimed at supporting the state budget, but is meant to improve people's living standards and make the Egyptian economy stronger. Ismail's remarks came during a three-day economic conference arranged by Akhbar Al-Yom newspaper that kicked off on Saturday and was attended by a number of ministers. Ismail said that the country's three-year economic reform program is based on the four main facts of improving the country's monetary policies by trimming budget and diminishing public debt, boosting investment and growth rates, introducing social solidarity measures, as well as carrying out joint national projects including in housing, electricity and infrastructure. Ismail said during his speech that the government's economic reform program should not be reduced to a mere series of decisions or actions to solve problems facing the state budget. He added that the reform measures are rather aimed at raising citizens' living standards, improving public services, developing a more effective subsidy system, curbing population growth, and boosting investment rates. The slump in foreign reserves and widening budget deficit have pushed the country to launch a reform program to stabilize the economy. Last week, the central bank liberalized the pound and raised fuel prices. The government has also cut electricity subsidies and introduced a new value-added tax. On Friday, the International Monetary Fund said its executive board has approved a three-year fund totaling $12 billion to Egypt to support the country's economy. Officials had said the move would restore investor confidence and boost the country's foreign reserves. Also on Friday, global rating agency Standard & Poor's revised Egypt's sovereign credit outlook from negative to stable due to the projected support by the International Monetary Fund.
Well, Ministry of Industry and Trade has announced the strategy of the industrial development, the foreign trade until the year 2020 with the partnership of the European Union. The program main aim is to explain the ministry's industrial strategy with the right mechanisms and stages of implementation. The conference was attended by a number of representatives of business organizations as well as the Federation of Egyptian Industries. Details in the following report.
Industry and Trade has announced the strategy of the industrial development and foreign trade until the year 2020 with the partnership of the European Union and the participation of a large number of representatives of business organizations led by the Federation of Egyptian Industries and General Union of Chambers of Commerce. The conference main aim was to explain the industrial strategy till the year 2020 with the right mechanisms and stages of implementation.
The main importance of this conference is, one, to share the entire strategy for the Ministry, Industry and Trade, what we're trying to do in the next 5 years, make sure our strategy is aligned with the government plan, getting the support of the business community, industry federations, trade and export councils, in order to help and support.
The Ministry of Trade and Industry pays a great attention to the economic issues in Egypt, with special regard to developing industry and increasing foreign investment, as well as small and medium enterprises.
The most important is that the ministry is switching from being the implementing body to be the highly needed regulator, strategy setter, who has been working hand in hand with the private sector to develop the strategy. The ministry doesn't own factories, doesn't export, but by the end of the day, the ministry is the key body that is putting all the regulations required to get things in place.
Potentially, Egypt is a very interesting partner economically. I already said today that our trade volume since 2004 has more than doubled. This is a big success story, and we want to build on the already existing success to even further boost our trade relationship. Therefore, we do believe Egypt has a big potential, but we have to get the fundamental, some key aspects. Certainly, we will wish to work together that they are that there's a full strategy which allows us to have this trade relationship expand.
The conference has also included holding 11 panel discussions to showcase 6 major sessions, including innovation, development of small and medium enterprises, energy, as well as technical education. Launching the Industrial Development and Foreign Trade Strategy for 2020, and with the attendance of Minister of Trade and Industry Tariq Qabil, and with the attendance of big representatives from companies, is a great opportunity to review challenges and opportunities that face the sector. Dina Hawaydaq, Nile TV International.
Egypt aims to attract foreign direct investments ranging between $10 to $15 billion in the coming period. Investment Minister Dalia Khurshid said that the new investment law will also pave the way for attracting $5 to $10 billion of indirect investments. More details in the following report.
Investment Minister Dalia Khurshid said that Egypt wants to attract foreign direct investments ranging between 10 to 15 billion US dollars in the coming period, spurred by an anticipated new investment law. Khurshid further said that the Egyptian government plans to finalize reviewing the new investment draft law by the end of this November. The minister said that Egypt also seeks to attract indirect foreign investments worth between 5 to 10 billion US dollars through the government scheme to sell some shares in state-run companies on the local stock exchange by 2017. She said that the Committee for Settlement of Investment Contract Disputes, headed by the Prime Minister, has settled around 387 disputes since it became operational in August 2015. The World Bank's group revealed in its recent report that Egypt went 9 ranks up in the Doing Business Index for 2017 compared to last year's report to be placed 122nd out of 190 countries. The country took the 5th place among competitor economies in the MENA region in terms of the ease of doing business, scoring 56.64 points, and was preceded by the United Arab Emirates, Turkey, Saudi Arabia, and Jordan. This came as Egypt advanced in talks with European countries to ensure bilateral loans with $800 million US dollars as it expanded efforts to alleviate poverty and ease pressure from economic reform. Minister of International Cooperation Sahar Nasr said that Egypt has been negotiating billions of dollars in aid from various lenders to help revive the economy. Nasr said that Cairo is seeking new financing to expand projects aimed at creating jobs to ensure nobody was left further behind, and is nearing a final agreement on an $800 million US dollars loan from the European Union member countries. Nasr said that the World Bank has agreed to new financing of $400 million US dollars, which will go towards a public work program focused on job creation and microfinance initiative. Both are scheduled to launch in early 2017.
And now it's time for the latest updates from the military activities for this week with Yasmin Ibrahim.
Egypt and Jordan began joint military drills entitled Aqaba 2016 in southern Jordan on Monday and will continue until the 25th of November. Egypt's military spokesman said that Egyptian naval, ground, and special army forces are participating in the drills. The training includes lectures on launching joint missions and field trainings on conventional and non-traditional theories to develop operational readiness and share experiences with the Jordanian armed forces. Egypt has carried out 30 joint military exercises in the year 2016, partnering with 20 different Arab and African countries, as well as European countries including France and Russia. Egypt's Chief of Staff Mahmoud Hagazi met with a French delegation comprising President's advisor for policies and Defense Minister's advisor, during which they discussed the latest developments in the region in light of the ongoing war against terrorism. Hagazi and the French delegation exchanged views on the recent conditions in the region and international arenas. Nine Takfiri militants were killed in security crackdown on terrorist hideouts in northern Sinai. 40 IEDs were defused and an amount of ammunition were seized during the raid. The terrorist group launched deadly attacks against the police and army personnel stationed in northern Sinai. Therefore, an extensive counterinsurgency operation was launched to fight terrorism.
توقيع الميثاق العسكري بين مصر والسعودية، فقد وصل إلى دار الرئاسة صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير فيصل ابن سعود ولي عهد المملكة العربية السعودية حينذاك، وذلك لحضور الاحتفال الرسمي لتوثيق الاتفاق العسكري الرسمي المشترك بين المملكة العربية السعودية والجمهورية العربية المتحدة.
President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi congratulates the Egyptian national football team on their victory over Ghana. Egypt have 6 points after 2 rounds, Uganda 4, Ghana 1, and Congo Brazzaville are pointless. The remaining 4 rounds are scheduled between August and November 2017, with the group winners qualifying for the 2018 World Cup in Russia. More details in the following report.
Egypt defeated Ghana 2-0 in Alexandria on Sunday to go top of the 2018 World Cup qualifying group as the Democratic Republic of Congo came from behind to win 2-1 in Guinea and move top of Group A. Goals from Mohamed Salah and Abdallah Saeed gave the Pharaohs the victory. That means Egypt are 2 points clear at the top of Group E. Ghana is already in danger with just 1 point so far, but with 4 more qualifiers to come. Egypt's first goal came from the penalty spot. Salah struck his spot kick firmly into the middle of the goal to put his side ahead. Salah had also came close after 25 minutes with an effort from close range, but Ghana came back strongly after half-time with Egypt's 43-year-old goalkeeper Assam al-Hadari making key saves. Saeed then scored on the counter-attack with 5 minutes to go to ensure the victory as Egypt bid for the first World Cup spot since 1990. In the playoff for a place at the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, Ghana defeated Egypt over 2 legs to qualify for a third successive final appearance. Uganda are in the second group, 2 points behind Egypt following their 1-0 win over Congo in Kampala on Saturday. Democratic Republic of Congo regained first place in Group A on goal difference from Tunisia after a 2-1 comeback victory over Guinea. Only the 5 group winners will qualify to represent Africa at the 2018 World Cup in Russia.
Well, with this, my dear viewers, we come to the end of this episode of our program Inside Egypt, during which we've brought you the latest political, economic, and also social events that are taking place in Egypt. I hope you've enjoyed being with me. I'm Amal Mukhtar. Thank you for watching.